Hello, everyone, and welcome to FCRB TV. Um, Gonna give you a little European nights review of the Champions League and the Europa League games that took place this week. Um, Also, we'll start off with our FCRB '06 team that went off to the GPS President's Day Cup in Rochester on Monday and did very well. Finished 2-0-1. Came in second in the group, second in the tournament. The lads played very well, controlled all three matches that they were in. A little bit of inexperience cost them in the all important game that basically decided who was going to win the group. But great experience for the lads. Very proud of them. They did a very good job. And we've got another tournament this coming Saturday. But I'm sure they'll do well. But we're heading in the right direction as we prepare for the outdoors. So very happy for that group. So to get right into it, we're going to start with Arsenal in the Europa League tie, second leg, round of 16. No, the second round, trying to get to the round of 16 against Östersund of Sweden, the club that was founded in 1996. It was founded months after Wenger had arrived at Arsenal. So technically, Arsene Wenger has been at Arsenal longer than this club, Östersund, has been in existence. And, I've just been, I watched the game today, and I was I was happy with the lineup, the selection of players that Arsene Wenger selected. He rested a lot of players in anticipation of the Carabao Cup final that we have with Man City on Sunday, which rightfully so, I think he needed to do that. And then, he played some fringe players, some young players, going into the second leg against, a minnow side such as Östersund. We have a 3-goal lead, 3 away goals, so we should be comfortable. So I was intrigued to see how it would all unfold. What type of attitude would we have, and knowing that Lacazette is injured, we have to put Danny Welbeck up front, which is not great. So I just wondered how we would get through the 90 minutes, and as you all saw, after about 29 minutes, we were down 2-0. And people were flipping out. People were freaking out. People were tweeting and all this stuff. And I didn't. I mean, if they had, I didn't. I never thought they were going to equalize. I think they got their rush of blood. They got their goals, but the lead was insurmountable, basically. So even when it was 2-0 on the night, 3-2 in our favor on aggregates, I was never worried. Because I felt like even at 2-0, the senior players in the team should have been like, hey guys, relax. Let's calm it down now. Let's start to play and take care of the ball, which we never really did all night. But just calm everybody and just, cool things down, because they weren't really going to score again and make it 3-all, and all of a sudden we'd have a fight on our hands. So I was never worried about it. People were flipping out. They were like, oh, I can't stand watching Arsenal. The bottom line is this. We've got some guys who aren't that good in our second choice of players, our reserves, and some other guys didn't care to play. They were like, dude, we've got the big game on Sunday. We're 3-0 up on this Östersund team from Sweden. We don't care. I tell you what, Callum Chambers is not good enough. He's a good squad player, but he's not gonna ever become a starting center back in the big games for the Arsenal. I think Rob Holding's ahead of him, but still Rob Holding has a lot of work to do. Kolasinac he was getting put on toast every time by whoever came off the right side for the visitors. Wasn't impressed with him at all. And the funny thing is, he's the one who scores the goal to basically put the game out of reach. I thought Jack Wilshere was poor. He wore the band. He needed to show some leadership and calm us down and steer us in the right direction. I don't think he ever did that. And we all know the situation with Danny Welbeck. Eddie Nketiah should have started the match and played the 90 minutes. Because Wenger shows so much loyalty. Wenger's such a good manager that he gives people so many opportunities. He always shows faith. If I were the manager, Danny Welbeck would have been done by now. Done. Who else? Iwobi started to fight when it was 2-0 down. He started to fight a little bit. I think he was okay. Mkhitaryan, again, I felt bad for him. He only played because he's unavailable because he's cup tied for the Carabao Cup final. So that's why he had to play, and he probably didn't really want to play. What was odd was that, we started in the holding midfield roles. We had Mohamed El-Neni and my man Maitland-Niles and Ainsley. They started in the 6 and 8 role basically, and they took Maitland-Niles off at halftime. And I was like, dude, none of the goals are really his fault. And if you're saying, he was giving the ball away, everybody was giving the ball away, everybody. So why'd you pick him? But they took him out. They brought on Xhaka. Xhaka was all right. But I think that I give all the players a pass, honestly, except for Welbeck, because you need to score in this game to give us a belief that you're getting back on track. But the bottom line is you don't score goals anyway. You're a poor man's Emil Heskey. Emil at least holds the ball up properly and involves his midfield. I don't know what you do, bro, but I give all the players a pass because nobody wanted to be in that game. I'm sorry, they didn't want to be there. They all want to play on Sunday. And the funny thing is, all the dudes that were rested, they're the ones who are going to play. And all the guys that played tonight, that was your opportunity. That was your audition, and you guys were terrible. Terrible. So it was kind of funny. Some of the Arsenal fans online were getting upset. And I just was like, bruvs, chill out. They don't care about this game right here. They're just trying to get through the 90 minutes. Don't give the game away, and we're off to the draw tomorrow. That's it. That's all they wanted to do. So I thought that was kind of funny because never did they really threaten. Once they scored 2 goals in a minute, and after that there wasn't really any heart and mouth situation for Arsenal. And then we scored a minute into the second half. So. It was just one of those games that you just don't want to have to deal with, but it's on your schedule. You got to get through the 90 minutes. So the boys got it done. We'll see what happens to the draw tomorrow. We've got the Carabao Cup final on Sunday at Wembley, and I'm sure that the boys will be up for it. We're gonna have Aubameyang playing. Ozil will be back. Ramsey hopefully will be fit. Xhaka will start. We're gonna get Koscielny, Mustafi back. Oh, and our main man Nacho's coming back too. We're gonna be good. Gonna be good, baby. So I'm looking forward to that. Excited about it. I haven't even gone to Arsenal Fan TV yet because I know dudes are gonna be ripping them. But it's like, give them a pass, bro. They didn't want to play today. And some of you probably like, what's that all about? What do you mean you don't want to play? Dude, it was Östersund. They've only been in the Swedish top division since 2016. That's like 2 years ago. They're like, their egos are big, man. They're not trying to hear that. They don't want to deal with those guys, So that's what happened with Arsenal today. As I said last week, Napoli couldn't overturn it. They lost at home 3-1, but they won in Germany 2-0. But away goes rule. Napoli's out. So that helps Arsenal a little bit. But like I said, I would not want to play Red Bull Leipzig with Timo Werner. Nah, not with our dudes. Nah, I won't play them. Milan, I think, took care of Ludogorets. We'll take Milan. We'll rather do that. Who else played today? The other games in the Europa League were quite boring. Dortmund outlasted Atalanta, which was pretty impressive. In terms of the game was a good game. Atalanta had an opportunity to ice it and get through, but Berkey made a big save, and that allowed Dortmund to go down and get the equalizer on the road to win it. What was it, 5-4 in aggregate or something like that? Yeah, 4-3, 4-3 in aggregate, something like that. Yeah, so Dortmund is through. I wouldn't mind us getting them either because I think they will step it up. Will rise to the occasion. But so yeah, but going back into the week again to talk about the Barcelona Chelsea match. There's some talking points there that I'd like to cover, and also United and Sevilla. And with you and where I'll start with is Besiktas and Bayern. Besiktas lost 5-0, man. That's unacceptable, people. Come on, Besiktas. You couldn't even lose 3-0 on the road to make it seem like there was a chance, a glimmer of a hope that you could just, blindside Bayern in Turkey and win 5-1 or something like that. Dude, you lost 5-0. It's over. You're going to look worse than Arsenal against Ostersund. It's going to be a nightmare. Like, who's going to want to go to that game? You lost 5-0, and you guys won the group. You guys had home field advantage, in essence, and you lost 5-0 in the first leg. Take a day off, mate. That's unacceptable. You have internationals in your team. You guys are better than that. I was hoping that you guys would at least lose 2-1 and give us something to watch. Bayern has it easy in the Bundesliga, and now they're gonna have it easy again in the round of 16 second leg. They can play a second team basically. So it's crazy. I just couldn't believe they lost 5-0. Unacceptable. Then we'll go to where do we want to go? We want to go to Barca and Chelsea, or we'll save that for last because that was a good match. But we go to. I'm looking a little sleepy right now. I'm a little tired, but I'm not going to bed. Sevilla and United. I wanted to watch it because tactically you want to see what Mourinho does. You want to see if Lukaku's going to come good. You want to see how Sevilla goes about it. And look, Sevilla is being managed by Vincenzo Montella, who was at Milan. He was at Roma, I think. It was a good striker back in the day. And he's got Sevilla still rolling. And that game was all about one man, David De Gea. What a goalkeeper. This guy, he pulled a blinder again. What he did to us at the Emirates, he did it to Sevilla last night, man. Unbelievable. The saves he was making. Honestly, with Manuel Neuer, carrying injuries all this season, there is no challenger to the best goalkeeper in the world right now. It's all about De Gea. If Man United did not have him last night, they would have lost 5-0. United would have been done. He's their best player. So if Alexis is getting 500K a week, De Gea should be getting 8. He should be getting everybody else's check. Only he and Alexis should get paid. Everybody else, give your check to De Gea because none of you deserve it. None. Because this guy De Gea is so awesome. United look flat. They look boring. It's a shame how they just look so disjointed going forward. And I really thought that, there's still time. I really thought that Alexis was going to really ignite their attack and get them over that hump. And they'll defend well, obviously. And when they get those chances, they'll just bury them and start, winning games by more. But they're not looking good at all. So Tough break to them. I think that second leg at Old Trafford is not going to be a walk in the park because Sevilla have players who can nick a goal, and now they get that away goal. Dude, they tie 2-2 over there. They tie 1-1. You're in trouble, United. So, hey, good luck to you. Good luck. Mourinho's going to, we're not even going to talk about the whole Pogba Mourinho thing. We already talked about that last week. It's continuing. If you can't follow instructions, you're not going to play. It doesn't matter who you are. Just to keep going on a little bit, I don't think Mourinho is spoiling the player. If he's as good as he says he is, he should be able to follow. He should be able to do a job for the manager. Just do a job, and for some reason he's struggling to do that. He's not happy or something, but De Gea kept him in it, and that second leg is definitely going to be worth watching because De Gea is going to put on another show. Sevilla is going to come for them. United should be better at home, and it should be interesting. It's a 50-50, I say. Or we'll give it to United 55-45, but it's going to be tight. Now, for the real good one was a tactical masterclass between Barcelona and Chelsea. And as you all know, I'm an Arsenal. I'm an Arsenal man. I'm a Gunner, and I watch all these other games and study these other players, tactics, managers, and all that. So Antonio Conte came up with a great plan in the sense that obviously he wants to absorb and try to hit them on the break, and it worked to a T. They defended so well, Chelsea, that they never let Barca really get in behind. And Willian is a nightmare coming out the gates on the counter. He was the leading man for Chelsea, hitting the post twice, scoring a good goal. Chelsea had that game. And if Christensen doesn't make that error, Barca were never going to score. They were never going to score. Chelsea, it hurts because Chelsea should have taken at least a 1-goal lead to the Camp Nou. But, Christensen, had a brain fart and gave the ball away at the top of his box. And then he tried to, and the word on the street is, he tried to blame Fabregas for not getting the pass. Listen, I don't think Fabregas ever asked for that pass. Where Fabregas was and the way the game was going, Fabregas wasn't looking for that ball. So if he's not looking for it, you're responsible for what you do with the ball. Every player in every team all over the world, you are responsible for what you do with the ball. And Christensen rolling that ball across the 18 like that, if you're going to do it, like Steve Nicol would say, you better do it. And he rolled it, and it went past Fabregas. Azpilicueta couldn't get there, and it went straight to Iniesta. Mate, you can't blame anybody else for that but yourself. You can go home and tell your girlfriend, man, Fabregas should have got that ball. But don't come out here and try to tell somebody else that. Don't do that. Because, dude, who made the pass? Who made the pass, bro? It was you, Christensen. And that puts Chelsea one foot in the grave because now they have to go to the Camp Nou, and the Camp Nou is huge. And, Messi and co are going to come, looking to get goals. So it's going to be tough for Chelsea. It's tough because it would have made the second leg that much more interesting if Barca had to go home chasing the game, losing the away leg 1-0. But I couldn't believe Christensen. I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, this man just played it across the 18 to Iniesta, and that's not his teammate? Oh, nah. Big mistake. Big. So, second leg is going to be interesting. I think that Chelsea will put up another fight, but Messi will get loose and he'll probably get 2, and they'll knock out Chelsea, unfortunately. And then when I say unfortunately, it's like I have no problem with Barcelona, but I don't like Chelsea, but they have I like Willian, and if English teams get further into the tournament it looks good for the Premier League because it is the toughest league in the world that we're in. So Barca's going to get through. United and Sevilla. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. That one is really close. Shakhtar beat Roma 2-1. So, I don't know. They're going back to Rome, though, so Roma should get them. Roma should get them. They've got the road goal. Roma should get them. Bayern and Besiktas, that's done. Bayern can send their U19s and still get a result. um, so yeah, that's what we have. Looking forward to the second legs of the Champions League round of 16 ties, and as we said, the Carabao Cup final at Wembley on Sunday between Arsenal and Man City will take place. I think we're gonna have a real good go at them. Will Grigg and Wigan have shown that they have some vulnerabilities. And let's not forget when we played them in the league, Lacazette had scored, made it 2-1. We looked more the likely to get the equalizer, and then all of a sudden, David Silva gets the ball 100 yards offside, referee doesn't call, and that kills the game. So I think that, and now we have Aubameyang. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to it. I've got high hopes. I believe that Arsenal will play well and get after them. I think I read that Ospina will start in goal. Ospina's looking good lately. He's looking stronger, so I like that selection as well. But we're going to get all our boys back. Nacho, Koscielny will captain us. I hope Ramsey's able to play, but I'm looking forward to that. But overall, that was a week wrapped up, and we're looking forward to Sunday. I will have a video again after the final. Hopefully, I'll be in a great mood because I also would have knocked off City. But until then, you guys have a good rest of the week. Have a good weekend. And I will see you on Sunday. All right? And hopefully I'll have some good news from my 06s as they have a tournament as well on Saturday. So make sure you subscribe if you enjoy the footy talk. And we'll be back on Sunday. All right? Arsenal. Ciao.